All right, welcome back, everybody. Another Road to the Apocalypse, where we take a look at the development roadmap. So this is the Thursday, February 13th edition. So what we're going to do is pop on into the roadmap. Survivor gameplay. We've actually progressed quite a bit through here. I gotta keep scrolling down just to catch up where we are. We actually left off with general physics yesterday, so we're going to take a look at locking things and picking locks and possibly just talk about fun toys, just to put those two together because fun toys is really small. Locking things and picking locks. Let me read their description. We have future plans for locking doors, finding locked doors, and picking locks on locked things, on locked doors. This also goes for objects such as chests and vehicle doors. We'll explain more about these plan systems as we approach their implementation. The next step on this feature is to create the concept of a locked house door, with the only options being to go around or kick them down until we have more stealthy options implemented. I haven't seen any of that in here, other than that we have doors, but I've not seen anything. Now, I saw in a video one time somebody said that you could like run into a door. If you run into the door, it will burst open. I haven't seen that, so I don't know if that was prior to build 10 when they switched to the Unity engine. I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to replicate that. So to me, where they put 20% done, I'm almost going to kick that back. I mean, the only thing they have in place for this is the fact that there's doors on buildings. But I don't see anything that resembles locking or kicking doors. Well, you can kick. Maybe that's what it is. You press the F key, your character kicks. Maybe you can kick open a door. I have to admit, I have not tried that. So maybe that's where the 20% comes from. The fact that there's a kick option and that they have doors. But right now, I have not seen a single thing that goes to supporting that. But this does hint at some really, really cool ideas, though. They mentioned chests. Well, my first thought was pirate treasure chest. Yarr. But, probably more appropriate might be like toolbox chests. Those big toolbox things you find on the back of pickup trucks. Just safes, maybe, at some point, which is cool. And what would be cool is if you could lock some. That way you could actually put maybe some permanency of items onto a server. See, I don't know if anybody's going to purchase like dedicated hosted servers at, like some other games do. So there's almost a semi-persistent world. But that would be a very cool idea for multiplayer servers. That way, if you did try to establish some kind of base, then you could secure your items, and then if people came and tried to take your stuff, it would be a lot more difficult. They'd either have to try and destroy what's the container holding the items or pick the lock. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. It reminds me a little bit of like Rust, where you build a structure. I have not played Rust. I only know from the videos I've seen. But you make your structure, and the door is only openable by the person that created the door. And I don't even know if you can give permission for other people to open the door. But then the only other way to get in there is pretty much bash the door down. So that would be a very, very cool thing for this here, is if you actually created and crafted the door that gets put up, it's only openable by the person who put it up, and maybe give permissions for this person is allowed to open the door. But it's cool. I like it. I'm just trying to think different ways that you could bash down the door. I don't know if they're going to allow you to like shoot it with weaponry, shotguns. I don't know if they'll include explosives at some point. You can blow open doors. Now, if you really wanted to go deep into that, if you were to blow up a structure, would that damage and destroy items inside of that structure? Because since they're working on physics, in my mind, I can see this being very complicated. You set, say, a piece of dynamite on top of the box, it blows up. Well, since items are going to have durability, is that going to transfer through into the items inside of the box? Like if you destroy the top of the box, where's the rest of that energy going? Are they going to model that transferring through to the other items? I like to take these things far out there. I really don't know if that even matters. Just open the box and take the stuff. But it will be cool because you could make a lot of things, some randomly locked, some opened, some that you got to bust down. And it'll be cool to see if you can pick locks. Because we've talked about, them adding stat modifiers to certain equipment. And eventually when your characters have skills, I mean, that would be super, super cool to find an area and practice picking locks. So when you go and do these different forage missions, they're stealthy. You're picking the locks. You're not kicking it open and making noise to draw the attention of the zombies. I can see that just being really, really fun. Can you imagine? Deep in that business complex, the office building is getting dark. Your flashlight's gone out. You have no more batteries. And you've got to get in and pick a lock. Get in, shut the door, barricade it. We got all these systems slowly coming together. It's going to be fun. And I say slowly because, look, it's 20%. 20%. All right, so let's include in Fun Toys real quick here. Fun Toys is at 10%. Let's read what it says. We have many fun items and devices planned. Everything that didn't fit in the other categories goes here. When it comes to awesome things for Survivor to do, we have just barely begun. Prepare yourselves. And there is no clues whatsoever to what that means. I love to speculate. I don't have a clue. I have no idea what they would consider a fun toy. Unless they meant I don't even know. I have no idea. The bicycle, technically that falls under transportation. But in a way, that could be a fun toy because as they start to kind of fix the barricading system, I can see now people making half pipes, ramps. They're going to find ways to get those bikes up on top of buildings and then run them down off of ramps and see how far they can jump. So I totally have every faith that this bicycle will now be the fun toy that they're going to categorize here. I really don't have a whole lot to say, surprisingly enough. So 10% on Fun Toys. I will be excited to see what they put in there. Locking things is also a very cool system that they will put into place. It says 20%, but like I said, currently I don't see much in the way of the locking things and picking locks. But it's a coming. Probably not in Build 13. That's definitely going to be a down the road kind of a thing. So anyway, thanks for checking things out and hanging out with me. And we will talk to you later. Please leave any thoughts that you have, and we will take a look at the roadmap another day. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.